बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आई एम मुबशर अल्ताफ़। आज की इस वीडियो में जो कॉन्सेप्ट हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, जो शेयर करने वाले हैं आपके साथ, जो एक्सप्लेन करने वाले हैं, वो एक वर्ड है, एक टर्म है, आपने सुनी होगी या देखी होगी, पढ़ी होगी। उसको कहते हैं नैरेटोलॉजी। आज इसको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए, डिस्कस करने के लिए मेरे साथ मेरे दोस्त, मेरे कोलीग प्रोफेसर इमरान अदील साहब मेरे साथ हैं। हेलो सर।
Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum, how are you? So we
So,
are here to discuss narratology.
yes.
It's a word, it's a discipline in you see that it's contemporary theories. We find this discipline. It's very interesting. It's very new and it's very recent discipline. Narratology is basically the knowledge of storytelling. I mean, how stories are told, how stories are structured, how stories are performed in real settings. That is called narratology, and it is very interesting because we see that life on this planet has stories from from the recent time, from the old ages up to the recent time. We have stories. The modern man has enriched its ways to tell the stories, but we cannot negate the fact that the caveman or the stone age in the people in the stone age, they don't have the stories. We have discovered some cave paintings, we have discovered some tapestries, we have discovered some old ways of telling the stories on pots. So that is, yeah, I mean, we cannot negate the fact that the man in all ages, he has the stories. So it's very interesting concept that how we uh, I mean how we investigate the art of storytelling. That is called the narratology. And the basic concept in narratology, it deals with the narrative. What is narrative? It is very interesting concept. And we will try to digest this concept. Narrative is basically, if we talk about in grammatical sense, that narrative consists upon two clauses which have a definite verb, and they are linked with a temporal juncture or a cause and effect relationship. I give you an example. If there are two clauses that a king died, the queen died, they are two independent clauses. If they are linked with a temporal juncture means the passage of time. And if they are linked with cause and effect relationship, I mean, from due to the first clause, the second event happened. I mean, if you consider these two events, they are linked either with the temporal juncture. I mean, you can say that and or but. And if or they are linked with cause and effect relation, because of, therefore, these are the conjunctions. So if we say that the king died and the queen died, it means that first event, death of king, is preceded by the death of queen. It means there is a temporal juncture. And if we consider the cause and effect relationship, the king died, then the queen died. It means that due to grief of death of king, the queen died. So it becomes a story. It becomes a story. It's very, you can say it's simplistic term. It is a simplistic story. But stories are not very simplistic. In our life, we find that we have stories. They are very enriched in their ways. So narrative is the concept. Narrative is a discipline which investigates about how stories are told. That is the basic, very basics of the basic definition of a narrative, that it includes two events which are linked with temporal juncture or cause and effect relationship. That is very simple. Thank you very much.
Kindly, sir, explain who is the theorist behind it, or who are the leading theorists who propagate this theory,
Yes.
which is called
Yes, yes.
narratology.
I tell you.
Yes.
if you go for the structuralist theory, we find a theorist, Roland Barthes. He is the founder of structuralist theory and structuralist narratology. His book, Structural Analysis of Narratives, that is the basic book for the initiation of this discipline. And he has, very excellently and very profoundly described the nature of narratives and definition of narratives. He is of the view that narratives are not confined to verbal or written narratives. Narratives are, you can see them in pictures, you can see them in paintings, you can see them in images, you can see them in graphic novels, you can see them in films, in painted glasses. Every kind of thing which can communicate a story which is linked in temporal juncture or in cause and effect relationship, that is called narrative. Either that is verbal, or it is non-verbal. So we have, in our daily life, we have lot of ways in which we can communicate stories, and it's very powerful, depiction. It's a modern technique. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Imran. You have shared very precious views and explained very well the concept of narratology and the narrative. I hope students will be clear about this concept. Thank you very much.